Well, gamers, you already know what time it is. Episode 4 of Meta Air Riders. I just kind of felt like switching into ranked, and so I figured, why not make a Meta Air Riders episode? And for today, we are doing the DOWCWOW combo. Starman in the Wing Star, you already know what it is. This combo excels at flying, and everyone knows that it's really good on most of the stages in the game as well. It only kind of struggles on like Machine Passage, Mount Ember Falls, and Nebula Belt. So we'll see how we do today. And if it takes a while to get into the game, I will cut. For now, though, we are going to practice. Alright, finally getting into the first game here on Galactic Nova. Wingstar gonna struggle on this stage, but you just gotta do our best anyway. And on these grounded stages, you're just gonna have to follow the star trails the best you can. I thought that might send me into the air, but it doesn't. However, good thing here is we do get some airtime for quite a while there. And we get some more right here. And don't worry if you get hit, just take another one. I recommend going to the left side here because people tend to go to the right side a lot more often. And then there's 3 of these boosts in the air that are going to help you take the lead. Surprised I'm winning right now. This is really not a Wingstar stage. You see how slow I even come in here? It's crazy. Yeah. Now the DOWCWOW route here is going this way, so you get off that ramp right there. And try to hit maybe those boosts at the end just for that little bit of extra speed. And again, we're gonna get some airtime here. I don't know if it's faster to take that little speed thing or not, but once you get in here, take one of these air vents and just kind of wrap around. You want to go kind of straight here because you're going to end up in this little tunnel at the end, and you don't want to fly too high. Unfortunately, we got hit there. I tried to go off the little ramp, and we got our special way too early, so we're just going to have to expend it. Which sucks. I don't know, maybe I could have held on to it, but yeah, we're in 3rd right now. It's going to be hard to catch up, but we're going to try. Yeah, 3rd place, not too bad for the Wingstar on this stage. I think I showed some pretty clean gameplay aside from the end there. So we'll keep that one in. And yeah, on to game 2. There we go. And just try to stay in the air, hit the rail here. Stay in the air, hit that ramp. Up. Fly over everything. Hit that. Up. Then you're going to hit this rail. You're going to try to avoid the walls here, except for the last one, so you can get a little more airtime. And then you're going to want to take the yellow rail. The blue rail will make this next trick easier, but unfortunately I didn't get it right there. You can quick spin off that corner and get some more airtime. But again, it's another one of those pretty technical tricks, so you're not going to get it every single time. Alright, so second place that race, but I didn't hit any of the technical stuff I wanted to, so I think I'm gonna just cut that one out. Unfortunately. Because even if I place well, I don't want to give you guys, like, a bad showcase. I want to give you guys something where you can see all the meta strats. And I tried to do them in that Magma Flows game, but the Magma Flow strats are extremely hard, and I'm sure DOWC is gonna show them off when he can. Y'all go check him out, by the way. I'll link him in the description if you want to watch some of his videos. He mains this combo, and he's really good, has a lot of guides for it.
3, 2, 1, start!
I also use this combo, but I don't main it. I just use it on courses that practically require it. I think we can take this ramp here. No, we take the next one right here. There we go. Got some airtime. Unfortunately not getting a lot of it right there because I didn't know the spot. Now there is a strat here that DOWC was showing. Yes, we got the jet. Okay, you want to stay on the small route and then just get as much time as possible with the jet right here, and then try to take those rings, but you're not going to get them every time. And then on this section, you're going to fly up here, and you're going to have basically an auto fast route onto the rails. So you can definitely make flyers work on this stage if you want to play them. But you're going to have to keep yourself ahead of the people right here that have like formula stars and stuff like that guy has at the ending. So just keep that in mind. Unfortunately, we got hit out of the sky. That's one thing you're gonna have to deal with a lot on this combo. Always use your special at this section because you're not gonna have any airtime and you're gonna get the most value out of it here. But yeah, then take that little lip and just kind of keep yourself aligned. Go into this next section of the course. And again, get that little thing. Go for the jet. Thankfully, our placement isn't too bad here. We did get both of the boosts there. Got some good airtime there. Now we're in first. That's good. But there is a Formula Star player we gotta worry about. Unfortunately, we do not have boosts, which sucks. Yeah, there's a bit of an RNG element at the end of the stage, but we also played that pretty cleanly for the top 3 finish right there. Again, I didn't know the route for the first lap, but I know it now. And I felt like I showed off the route really well there. Again, it's less about the placement for me, and more about showing you guys good gameplay and what you're supposed to do. So we're going to keep that one in. Now, I don't think I'll put any games where I place like 4th through 6th in though, because I want to make sure, like, even if I think I'm playing well, I want to make sure it's like a top 3 finish, so it's like real good gameplay, you know? And yeah, these are the 2 people that just beat us last game, Pekachow and Breezy, so we'll see if we can beat them in this next one. Make up for it. Alright, hopefully third race here on Airtopia Ruins.
2, 1, start!
Unfortunately, getting bumped off the ramp right there happens. So when you get kind of mixed up with the pack here, just be sure to stay as close as possible. Thankfully, even if you get bumped around right there, you can always do this little route and just kind of make your way around right there. And then you're going to want to go up to these 2 rings up here every single time, because this is going to be the fastest route. And try to fly a little low right there so you get to the rail as fast as possible. Unfortunately, I missed the ring right there. When you brake pump in the Wing Star, you need to make sure to kind of hold it a little bit, because if you don't, you're just gonna slide. And here we go. Second lap's gonna be a little better because we're gonna be able to start in the air. Unfortunately, I missed the ramp again, but it happens. It's really hard to hit. It's tiny. Yes, we get the air right there, which is possible. It's just a little difficult to get. And we're gonna turn here, then we're gonna drop here and use our special. But we're still gonna go the high route because it's the fastest. And then we're gonna stay kind of grounded here, and then go around to get to the rings. And we'll get it this time. And you see how I'm kind of holding it sometimes to make sure I can realign myself when I'm brake bumping around the corner. We're gonna fly up to the second ramp again and straighten the finish line for the clean first place. So there we go. We made up for the last race, which wasn't really a loss, it was a third place. So I'm glad I got a win in this video. And yeah, the thing about the Wing Star is it's really good if you play perfectly, but with all the extra factors of like players around you, you're not going to get every race perfect. Sometimes people are going to hit you out of the sky, and then you're going to be on the ground, and you're going to have to recover. And that's kind of the general gist of the Wing Star. You want to avoid the pack and just kind of fly over everything as much as you can. And next game here on Sky Sands, this is a good one to showcase too, because it's not a free win for the Wing Star at all. It's a little difficult. There's a lot of vehicles that are viable on this stage, and you see what I'm talking about right there. I did lift, but I got hit out of the sky, which kept me on the ground. And then you can take this route. It's kind of hard to get up here, but you can do it. And you're going to want to turn right here, turn right here, turn right here. And apparently the underground route is faster than taking the sky here. What just happened? Hello? And yeah, I got sniped out of the sky again, unfortunately. But when you get off the second one, hold down so you get some more airtime right there. Unfortunately, we got clipped right there, but we got airtime, so it's good. My thumb kind of slipped right there, but we're doing well, doing well. Gonna try to save our special as long as possible, because there's not really a grounded section we want to use it on. It would be right here where you would want to use it at the U-turns, which we did get, so... Then you're gonna fly up to the second one, hold down, keep flying, fly straight into the finish line. And another clean race right there. Again, showing you guys that even if you get sniped or some commotion happens, you can always make it back up, so don't give up. In second place right there, we see Saki Scooter. Another amazing combo that I went over last video. He's probably seen my video, which is why he's running it. So yeah, so far, four solid showcases. We're gonna aim for 6 this video, I think. Because there's a lot of, like, course-specific strats that you can do with the Wingstar, and it's kind of crazy and really fun. Alright, Cavernous Corners. This is a really good one. I like this stage, especially for the Wingstar. Now, I prefer to play Jetstar on this stage, but Wingstar is pretty much just as good as Jetstar is going to be. You're going to want to take this first ramp. You can fly over this, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to want to ramp here anyway and then take that. There is a shortcut you can fly into on the left, but it's not faster than just taking the normal route right there. And try to fly into this thing. It was a little hard for me right there, but I did get it off. And you want to always swap rails, by the way, because that's going to keep people from tracking you when you're on the rail. And again, we're going to turn right here. Going to aim for this ramp. Unfortunately, I missed it, so we're going to get the next one. And always try to fall to reset your air timer. We're going to try to hit a geyser. Unfortunately, we haven't got one yet. There we go. And then you can go off this. It's a little difficult, but we got it. So, glad I could show you guys that right there. And then you're going to want to go left ramp, right ramp, and then get as much air as possible here. And then kind of boost just to give you a little bit of extra speed. And then we're gonna do the same route here. That was really clean. We're gonna go off the ramp again. Try to stay as high as possible so you get the best turning out of your Wingstar. Now we have a really good spot to use the special right here. Instead of going in the air, we're going to go straight because it's going to be faster, and then we're going to be able to take these U-turns really quickly. And boom. We're way ahead of the back now. Unfortunately, not hitting a geyser quite yet, but you should always get to one by the time you get around there. Hopefully we can hit these. Nope. Also, the geysers are a little RNG sometimes. And yeah, 3rd place finish. But again, really well played. Just kinda got screwed by the geysers at the end, unfortunately. I also tried to take the lip shortcut and I didn't hit it, but I got the first lap, so a lot of 3rd places today, but it is what it is. As long as the gameplay is good, I'll keep it. Alright, 6th game here on Steam Gus Forge, which is going to be a fun one.
3, 2, 1, start!
Now starting out here, you're going to have to wait a little bit until you get to this ramp. and then fly, and then try to get off that train as late as possible so you get the most airtime. There's a lot of chaos going right now. Now you can take an upper path here, but I like to just stay on the bottom because it's a lot more consistent. Now we're gonna have good turning here, which is gonna help us. And then we're gonna fly this way. And then you're gonna wanna take this route so you can get back in the air as soon as possible. And now you can go on the upper route here or the bottom route. Both of them are pretty good. The bottom route is slightly faster though. And you're always going to want to go for these boosts because you have good air control, but you're going to have a little less speed than a lot of the stars. I probably should have flown a bit higher right there, but it's okay. And again, try to land on the train just as late as possible, get the most airtime. We're going to use our special because we got caught up in someone else's right there. And it's going to help us with this grounded section just a little bit. So... and then we're going to do this again. We're going to fly right over here. We're going to take this little loop thing. We're going to take the bottom route this time, which is the second lap, and then we get off this rail, and we want to stay, or not the rail, but the ramp, and we want to stay in the air right there. And boom. We're doing really good. You always want to take the right one, because it puts you in the air a little faster. And there we go. Another first place finish. I kind of just feel like playing another one, so we'll put another one in. By the way, on that track, I think the optimal route is to like kind of land on the ramps between the part where the track splits, but it's really, really hard to get that route. So I'm not sure I would recommend going for it too often because it's really difficult to hit that ramp and then stay under the shortcut as well. I said both routes are okay, but the bottom route's a lot faster, so you should really take that one. But yeah, we'll cut on to the next game now. Alright, last game here, probably Sky Sands again. But I found a new route that is a little bit safer than the known route right now, and I want to show you guys that. Now, it's not towards, well, it's not until the very end of the lap, so we're playing really, really clean right now, though. By the way, if you ever touch the ceiling, just let go of your glide, because you're not going to be able to go back up. Unfortunately, we kind of slid off right there, but again, still really clean gameplay so far. And now, here's where the route is coming. You're going to want to fly behind these pillars, so you never can get clipped by them falling down to the finish line right there. And I don't know if you can get around the other ones or not, but I will test it on this lap. Now, good news, we got the perfect time to use our special right here on this little grounded section, the only grounded part of the track. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna test it right now. And yeah, you could just kind of fly over everything. But again, if you don't get it quite right, you can go behind those little pillars right there. And that way they won't fall on you. So just a little safety strap for you guys right there. And I hope you all enjoyed the video, because I really enjoyed making it. So like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff. And thank you guys for watching.